Back. Is it recording? Okay, it's recording. I am back without as many distractions as the last video, aka Tyra, but I am also back with a different wig. So, oh yes, if anybody knows about some wig place that ships to South Korea, hook me up because you know I like wigs. And they're really good for natural hair. Like they're good protection. But that's another video, kind of. I don't know, really. I'm not really consistent with this. So, yes. Hello fams. How you doing? And I can say that because I'm black. So, last video, I just pretty much talked about how taxi drivers drive like they're crazy. And they drive really fast. But I didn't get around to telling you about my specific taxi driver the first day that I came to Korea. Okay, so aside from the... Oh, my laptop's about to go dead. Oh, I can't ramble as much this time. Might cut off. I don't know. Well, aside from the fact that my taxi driver drove like he was kind of, you know, possessed by the speed demon, my taxi driver also, you know, dropped me off in the middle of nowhere. So be careful. So we were riding around. Okay, we were riding around late at night, around 10:30. It was late. So I have two big old suitcases, a backpack, and another bag, I believe. And we're riding, and so he drives me to this place. And this road is completely dark, no lights. There's a store, but the store is closed. Which is really unusual for Korea now that I think about it, because everywhere I go, it's pretty lit at night, you know, nightlife Korea. But this place was really kind of like a swanky, but not too swanky. But he dropped me off on this road and kind of like drove away. And, you know, it was one of those roads that had a lot of those barber shops, you know, two poles going towards each other, barbershops. So, thanks, taxi driver. Just dropped me off there. But I pretty much walked up and down the street for about 15 to 30 minutes contemplating crying. Because, you guys, this was my first time in Korea. This was my first time in the area, and I know no Korean, pretty much. I knew enough to like get me help in a sense, but I didn't know. It was late at night. I didn't know what I was doing. So people just kept walking by the foreigner who was like on the verge of tears. But there was one guy, and God bless his soul, or whatever he believes in, because he really saved me that night in a sense. I kind of just walked up to him, and I was like, "Oh, 실례지만, 실례지만," and he was like, "Oh, foreigner," and I was like, "Oh, 여기 어디예요? 어디, like, where is it?" And he kind of looked at the like not directions but the address, and he types it into his phone. And he told me to stand right there, and he walks around the corner, and he comes back, and he's like, "Okay, follow me." And he did all of this. All of this pretty much happened in body language. So he could have taken me to my death. But, you know, I'm like, I'm already dead. I don't know where I am. So he helped me. So he's telling me to follow him. I'm following him. And not even like 3 steps into following him, he grabs one of my bags and my backpack, and he helps me. He pulls them all the way to the place. And mind you, the place that I was going was probably just about 8 minutes away from where the taxi dropped me off. But I thought that was like the nicest thing this person could do. And he like literally pulled everything directly up to the door. And I was like, oh, hey, I met my Airbnb host there. And she was like, oh, invite him in. Like, let me give him something to drink. Thank him for helping you. And by the time we turned around to actually thank him in Korean. Oh, that's my Tinder, you guys. I gotta tell you about my Tinder one day. Oh, Tinder in Korea. Oh, it's a funny thing. But anyway, by the time we turned around to thank this random stranger, he was gone. He like disappeared. And I'm just like, I turned to my Airbnb host, Stella, and I'm just like, you saw him, right? Okay, and so when she said she saw him, I felt so good. I was like, okay, it wasn't like I wasn't just imagining things. But that person helped me that night. So since then, riding with taxi drivers, oh my goodness, it continues to be an experience for me, I would say. You know, I'll get that taxi driver that thinks that I know a lot of Korean and I don't. Or I'll get that taxi driver that's just like, yo, you can read Korean, but I don't. But I think they make that assumption because I've been using Kakao Taxi. So I'll call them here. And so with Kakao Taxi, you got to know Korean to click all the things. Translator is my best friend. Translate that. Shh. What that mean? Address? Type in my address. You gonna take me there?